They say it takes 14 days to create a habit. That's what it used to be. 14 days to create a habit, rich friends. So I'm asking you and inviting you to go easy on yourself. Go easy on yourself because you are probably within that 14-day range. You decided some things you're going to do differently. You might have just recently went off on someone and you know that's not your character, right? But you have the opportunity to correct that, the opportunity to say something different, to be something different, to even actually think something differently. Invite you to do that today. I'm Vivian Rich, where I inspire you to live richer with ease as you build wealth through business. And today we are going to be talking about tax strategies. But most importantly, today we want to make sure that we are in the room and we're also able to go forward with a clear conscience, okay? Because we have to go forward with a clear conscience. I know the holidays up on us, and some of us are, tightening up some loose ends, and some of us may have actually gave some people the business, right? You may have given people the business, but let me ask you, let me invite you to do this. Go easy on yourself first and foremost. When you're going easy on yourself, you're able to be more gracious to others. You're much more able and capable of being gracious to others when you can be easy on yourself. I had to learn this lesson kind of the hard way, in a sense, because a lot of the judgment that we pass on ourselves, we end up projecting on others. I'll say that again. A lot of the judgment we pass on ourselves, we say we're in too late. We don't follow through. We could have done this better, or oh man, I don't look as good as her, or I'm not as strong as him, or whatever it is. My money is not stacked as high as I like it to be right now. Whatever it is, go easy on yourself, my rich friend, because when you're going easy and when we're going easy on ourselves, that's when we allow more abundance to flow. Remember, it has to flow. Abundance flows. It flows. It's not a strain. It's not pressure. It's not pressure all the time. Yeah, there's a little tension. Yes, that's required. So a little bit of that, but it's not a way of being. That's not, our bodies aren't meant for that. We're not built to be under pressure 24/7 and under strain. In fact, you get more when you relax and when you're at ease. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about some tax strategies to help put some of you at ease, because I can recall that, when I had a large staff, this week would usually be utilized like, oh my gosh, I had that much money go through my experience. I had that much money go through my experience, and I don't have much to show for it. Have you experienced that? Have you experienced it? Has any of you experienced that? Where right now, as a business owner, you're probably putting things together and getting your things ready for taxes. The 1099s, if you had some contractors, W-2s, if you had employees, 940s. I know you're like, Vivian, what are all these number forms? These are all the forms that are required when you're processing your business at the year end, when you're closing it out. There are things that you have to have in place. And there's a lot of these forms that many business owners are just totally unaware of. But not you, my rich friends. You're going to know these numbers. You're going to know how to utilize these things and how to implement certain strategies, especially if you grab the complimentary tax strategies over at vivianrich.com. You're going to receive the complimentary tax strategies as well as the bundle kit with the links of how to do it step by step. What I'm going to share with you today, different strategies and things. So one of the things that I used to concern myself with was I'd make contributions throughout the year. How many of you made contributions throughout the year? Meaning you've given to charity, organized charity, let's call it that way. And when we say organized charity, we're talking about people with companies with 501c3s or 501 in the 501 series, because there's different ones than the 3C. There's multiple, but we've given and contributed to some of our favorite organizations, and some of us contributed to some of our favorite people who did not have those organized organized entities. Well, there's a way. Now there is a way that you can actually utilize the tax laws to work for you as one of the strategies of giving to those people. You can have a giving fund. You can have a giving fund where you actually give to people that you care about throughout the year. There is a cap, of course, and you can make this as a charitable write off for yourself. You can write these things off and you can actually have it as a part of your business structure, a part of your structure of doing taxes. I knew it was like a shocker to me when I learned it and when I was able to practice it and saw the benefits of it, especially when there was a season that I was actually contributing a lot more towards the friends and family fund. Okay. But we all have that, and it's a good thing to have, and it's a very wonderful charitable experience, to be in a position that you can do that. So I'm going to share with you, and some of you say, well, wait, Viv, I don't necessarily have a business, and I am not sure if I'm going to even actually be eligible to utilize any of these strategies that you're saying, being that there's only a few days left in the year. Well, actually, you can. The clock stops December 31st. So you actually can. Yes, you actually can utilize some of these here strategies that I'm going to share with you. And you also get a copy of this list that I'm going to go over, some of it in part, some of these strategies, a list that contains all of these strategies. You can get that complimentary over at VivianRich.com, and you'll have the opportunity there to actually gain access to a whole kit with links and how to do all of this stuff. All right. So one of the things is you want to make sure you donate to an established nonprofit. We want to make sure we're donating to established nonprofits. And so in exchange, I know some of us may have grown up and says, what you do in secret, don't let others know, and you just give it away. That is a place for that. And there's those that give, there's another way to do it as well if you need those tax deductions on your tax records, because otherwise you could be given to another charitable organization, another organization. I won't necessarily say it's charitable, but you'll be given to another organization, whereas you could actually give to an established nonprofit that satisfies your soul, as well as help you might even prevent you from writing a check and have a lower tax liability. So that's one of the things you want to do. If you haven't already, go ahead and do it. As you see on the commercials, they're everywhere, asking for funding opportunities and telling you it's not too late. It's not too late. Okay. If you're in position, purchase a home. Purchase a home, because a lot of times people overlook the benefits of home ownership, especially the down payments and things of those natures, as well as interest that's charged and additional closing costs and fees like that. Tax deductible. Yeah. Many of those are tax deductible. A lot of people are not aware of that. I knew I wasn't when I purchased my home. Initially, I was not aware. And then when I became aware of it, oh yeah, we went in all the way. These are the ones I'm going through right now are mainly for W-2 earners, because I do realize many of us, many still have W-2s, meaning that you work, you're an employee. And there's also business owners too. You have both. And there's a season for that. Nothing wrong with that. I said, go easy on yourself. Remember, I said, go easy on yourself. Allow yourself to implement new things. Allow yourself time to calibrate to the new things and the new experiences. All right. So another thing you want to do is reserve 15% of your revenues for potential tax liability. If you hadn't, now that one might be a little interesting to work out in a few days, but you want to make sure you have it. But do know this too, there are opportunities to work with the IRS if you find yourself in a position where you are on the owing side. There's, vehicles available to do that. And another thing, speaking of vehicles, you can refinance your vehicle. Did you know that? Did you know that the finance charges on vehicles are actually a line item that you can write off. You can have a deduction there. All right. So you want to look at those things there. And you may want to also acquire or establish contracts. Oh, contracts through insurance policies. Some people are like, what are contracts through insurance policies? So you guys have heard of the term bank on yourself. You ever heard of that term bank on yourself? I know this is kind of where I get I'm more in my head on these subjects of money. I am definitely in my heart in believing that it flows to us like oxygen. As far as the technicalities and things of implementing and how to get it and to keep more of it, I have to go to my head. So it may seem a little bit energy flow is a little differently. All right. So you've heard of the term bank on yourself, right? Many of us have heard that term bank on yourself and say, hey, Vivian, how do we do that? How do we bank on ourselves? How exactly is that done? One of the ways and one of the tools that's done through is through insurance policies. Recently, a friend of ours actually utilized their life insurance policy. I'm going to say this again, their life insurance policy to put down payment for their new home in Florida. How many of you are in position to do that? To be able to have a life insurance policy that you can actually utilize to help you on this side of life while you're still breathing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I know someone that can help you with more information on that. And you can reach out to Mana Rich Global email, manarichglobal@gmail, manarichglobal@gmail. They can help you there and give you some ideas. And I'll also have it over there in the link. It's it's included on this page as well. All the 20 of these tax strategies that are available for you that you can use right now. That contact is included. The link there is provided for you. So you'll be able to gain access to some wisdom as well as some structure of how to bank on yourself. All right. Use flexible spending accounts. Now, I know many of you have flexible spending accounts, and you know how it goes. If you don't use it, you will lose it. Exactly. So you need to utilize it. Got a few days. Go ahead and use it. Contribute cash to it for next year. I believe you can do that, but don't quote me on that one there. But you got to go ahead and use that flex spending account and for medical appointments. Get those things set up. Check in with your tax planner quarterly. We should not wait until the end of the year. That was something I really wish I had known earlier in life and in business. Check in quarterly. And once I learned it, it really changed the trajectory of my businesses. Okay. Checking in quarterly. You don't want to necessarily wait until the end of the year to figure out, oh my gosh, I had all this money in my experience, yet I have very little to show for it. In fact, I got to write a check on top of that. No, we don't want to have that. That's not going to be for you. Now, this next section, we're going to go over into our business owners. We're going to go through some of those things there, and we're going to pick a few of them to purchase office equipment. Some of you need some office equipment, especially if you're doing taxes and things like that. You may need some new equipment by way of printers, printers for sure. If you're printing, even laptops or desktops, whatever it is, software that you need to purchase it now on this side of the year, of the tax calendar year, because you can actually utilize it to write it off for and help your business this year. December 31st, clock stops. It's over. What you didn't claim, in most cases, you won't be able to. Then there is also placing yourself on payroll. Now, that's a huge one because a lot of business owners are not paying themselves. Studies show that 60% of business owners do not write themselves a check. Been there, done that. And it's because of a belief system that there's no money there to write the check from, right? I get it. I get it. But we here at Live Richer with Ease encouraging you to shift that belief system because there is money available. Breathe it in. Yes, like so. So you can breathe it in. And so it's available. It's a process of practicing certain principles around that, that your business is successful and thriving, and that it is able to pay you a lavish salary. Yes, that you can cash. Okay, that you can actually cash in. So paying yourself, and also paying your children. You can definitely hire your children to do work in your business. Absolutely. Your children can work in your business. They can help you. And there's so many other tax strategies that are available that you can utilize right now that can help your business and help you as well as help others. So I really appreciate you for taking time to invest in yourself, to learn about different tax strategies that are available. But go ahead and grab your complimentary tax strategies at VivianRich.com. And that way you can actually start to implement certain strategies right now, even today. Some of these you can do right today and get the full benefits. Yeah, exactly. So I really appreciate you being here today and investing in yourself. I want to tell you, thank you so much for going easy on yourself. Go easy on yourself. Be gentle. Be gentle with yourself today. If anything you get from this, be gentle with yourself. Take time to learn new skill sets, implement them, but be gentle. Be gentle as you're doing that. And remember, today is a great day to be rich. Say it with me. It's a great day to be rich. Realize I create happiness.